Welcome, everyone, to this week's football press conference. The Blue Raiders will play their final home game this weekend against ODU. The game will be on ESPN Plus and kick off at 2:30. So to talk about this week's game and it being senior day, I'd like to turn it over to the head coach, Rick Stockstill.
Thank you, AC. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for everybody being on here this morning. We're excited about this game. Old Dominion is a much improved football team. You know, they've won their last 3 games and a very impressive win over a very good and talented Florida Atlantic team this past weekend. So they're playing really well in every phase of the game. They blocked 2 kicks last week, returned a blocked field goal, 80 yards for a touchdown, blocked an extra point. They scored defensively with 2 safeties and scored 30 points. So this is a good football team coming in here, much improved. Their quarterback, I've been very impressed with him. He's done a good job protecting the ball. Their running backs are good. They got big tight ends, a very special outside receiver that can make plays in space. And, their offensive line is, they got a bunch of guys that played a bunch of ball up front. So it's a really good offensive football team with really good players. Defensively, the same thing, man. They're playing really well defensively. They don't give up a lot of big plays. They haven't created a lot of turnovers, but they're not giving up a bunch of plays. And it's a good defense. Very good up front. Linebackers can run. Secondary is going to challenge us. Going to play, mix up their coverages and man and zone. And, so it's a good football team. And I'm not exactly sure because I haven't seen all the stats yet, but I think they lead the country in block kicks. So they're really good in the kicking game. They got a really good field goal kicker. He missed a long field goal, 55 or 56 at the buzzer in regulation, or they beat Marshall, came up a yard short. So really good really good in the kicking game. And, a really good football team, so they're going to come in here with a lot of confidence. They got a lot that they're still playing for. If they win out, they're going to get in a bowl game. So we know they're going to get their best effort. And I hope they know they're going to get our best effort also, because we're both fighting for the same thing. So, but looking forward to this game. So open it up to you guys.
Hey, Coach, Cecil Joyce here.
Hi, Cecil.
Coach, it looks like part of their turnaround here late in the season has been with Wolf at quarterback. Can you talk about him a little bit? It looked like they went with another quarterback earlier in the season.
Yeah, they made a change, right before, I think it's the game before the La Tech game, so they've changed schematically a little bit from what they were doing the first half of the year. But this kid can throw it now. He's got a great arm. He's accurate. He's tough. I just the handful of games, 4 or 5 games that he's played, I have a lot of respect for him, and how he plays. So as an opposing coach, you never want to say, making that change has been the difference because you don't know. I don't know. So, but I know they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, and they've won 3 straight games to put them in a great position to finish the season.
Morning, Coach. Sam Doughton here.
Morning, Sam.
Old Dominion is obviously a program that didn't play last year. Do you think the fact that they finally had, their full off season and that they're just sort of starting to get warmed up is the reason they're playing better later in the season than they did at the start?
And again, Sam, I'm not there, so I don't know. But, when you don't play for a whole year, and I don't know what they were able to do this past spring, if they had spring practice or not. I think they did, but, I don't know. But as an athlete of any sport, if you take that much time off, it takes a little bit of time, to get back fundamentally and, get in a rhythm. They got a new coaching staff, that last year, Ricky coming in and, they weren't able to, to coach and everything. And, so I'm sure that's part of it. I don't know that for fact, but I would say that you're right, Sam, that has played, a part of, them getting better here down the stretch.
Mark mentioned this at the top, but it is senior day for you guys with your final home game of the season. It was sort of an interesting senior class for you, maybe a little bit smaller than you've had in the past, just with all the COVID eligibility. What can you say about this class in particular and their time at middle?
Nothing but respect, nothing but appreciation, nothing but love for these guys. Some of them have been here, 5 years. Some of them been here, a couple years. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think, every one of them has, had some physical adversity that they've had to overcome, from an injury standpoint. So I appreciate the sacrifices that they've made for this program. All of them have graduated or will graduate here this semester. So I respect and appreciate that. But, these guys, just like any senior class, when they go through, they come in as young men, 18, 19-year-old, young men, and now they're leaving, 22, 23-year-old men. And to see their growth, their maturity, the relationship that I have with all of them, I can't thank them enough for what they mean to me, what they've meant to me, to what they've meant to this program. I love every one of them. I appreciate every one of them. And, they're leaving here in a month. But our relationship will continue the rest of my life. And I'll always follow them. They know that. And I'll do anything in the world I can for any for any of these guys the rest of my life, because I've seen what they've sacrificed. I've seen how hard they've worked. I've seen how they've matured, and they're grown men ready to take on this world now. And I'm just very, very appreciative of everything they've done. Anything else? You guys good? Everybody good? I appreciate you. Have a great week.
Thanks, Coach. And now our student athlete is safety Reed Blankenship.
Hey, Reed, Cecil Joyce here.
Cecil.
Hey, Reed, talk about the ODU offense. They look pretty balanced. Wolf has been throwing for a lot of yards lately at quarterback, but they have a really good running back as well, averaging about 5.3 a carry.
Yeah, they're very talented. Their running back kind of reminds us of Singletary back in the day at FAU. Very talented guy. They got some great receivers, great tight ends. They get them open in space, and it's going to be a challenge for us this week, but we're ready. We're going to be ready for them.
Morning, Reed. Sam down here.
Morning, Sam.
This is going to be your final home game for you. I'm sure there's been a couple times where you thought it might be your final home game at different points in your career, but what does it feel like to finally know that this is it and this is going to be the last time you're going to step on the field as a Blue Raider?
It's bittersweet. This is my second home. I love everything this program's done for me. I love the guys that I came in with. They're great dudes. We all grew up. We all grew as men. Coach Stock has been one of the best coaches I've ever played for. The relationship that we have with each other is just phenomenal. I'll never forget that, but I'm going to take that as my life and hopefully become a coach one day and be just like Stock.
You mentioned your teammates a little bit in that answer. What have your classmates in the senior class meant to you as you guys have gone through the program together and maybe added some along the way as well?
They mean the world to me. On and off the field, we have great memories. Our relationship has grew, as we play together each year. I'm going to miss them, but, we just got to finish out this season strong.
And getting down to the wire here, only a couple of games left in the regular season for most of the teams in NCAA. I think you guys are about 4 turnovers clear of the most takeaways in the entire country right now as a defensive unit. Just what does that stat mean to you guys, knowing that was a huge offseason emphasis for y'all starting all the way back in January through now, and to see it pay off at this point?
That was one of our biggest goals going into this season. But, like I say, we're not done yet. We want to keep tacking on to those stats and hopefully make some more turnovers this week.
Anything else for Reed? All right, Reed, thank you.
Thank y'all.
And thanks everyone for this morning. Remember, we'll be back here again next week as the Blue Raiders head for their regular season finale at FAU. Thank you and have a great day.